board. He got involved in an accident up in turn 1, and at that point you're like, he might not be able to come back and win this thing. He came back and laid it on him. So good at this and every other road course. The all-time wins leader, 11 career wins on road courses for the Dinger.
And as we ride along with him right now, Adam, you see what makes him so good. AJ is super aggressive when it comes to everything in the car. In particular, right, he's not afraid to shift gears if he has to in spots where other guys maybe don't want to be doing that stuff, and just aggressive and finds ways to be smooth.
He's one of those 6 drivers doing double duty this weekend. He'll run both Xfinity and Cup, just like this driver, Ty Gibbs. What a hot start for him on the Cup side. He's a champion here in the Xfinity Series, but across the board, he has been so impressive in the early portion of 2024.
And we saw signs of that coming at the end of 23 in terms of Ty Gibbs and how good he was doing, how much quicker he had gotten in that Cup car as the year went on. And certainly he gets in the Xfinity car. We know he's got confidence in that and winning that Daytona road course early on in his career. And looks like we got a problem here, perhaps for Anthony Alfredo.
Yeah, tire down, and he's off the pace. We'll see if he can limp it back around and get to pit road.
I can't get it back to me, bud. I can't say it.
You know, that reminds me of what happened with this team in Las Vegas. He had the tire issue, hit the wall, destroyed the primary car in Las Vegas during practice. They took the backup, which was their Phoenix primary, built it out. He gets a top 15 at Las Vegas, and then comes back the very next week and gets a top 10 in Phoenix. This team really did a nice job on the West Coast.
And Anthony's somebody that's very talented behind the wheel. Not only is he driving, he's doing sim driving for Hendrick as well right now, getting extra time doing that, and hopefully he's able to get this back without tearing too much stuff up.
We saw Chandler Smith on track. He's the first driver that has been penalized by NASCAR for going out of bounds in the S's. And we just received word Parker Kligerman, the same thing. And that played a role during practice earlier. If you were watching on the Craftsman Truck Series practice qualifying session, there were many cars that went over the line. Can't do that, and that's one of the many benefits of practice, seeing where you can and can't go and make sure you get it right before tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think as you walk around the garage earlier today, guys were going to be aggressive with that, right? Now is the time to find out, as we've got somebody going backwards here right now, but now is the time to find out exactly how much you can push in terms of what NASCAR is going to call, what they're not going to call, and where they're going to call it at.
Kyle Weatherman with the sponsorship of the weekend. He's got the weather radar on the Weatherman car, and unfortunately here, looked like he was driving in the rain, going for a spin.
Yeah, not quite the traction he wanted right there. And again, much like you're trying to find track limits in practice and see how much you can push it and what's going to be disallowed and not allowed, you're also trying to find out what your car can handle and what it's capable of doing right now. And that's unfortunately, Kyle found out that his car didn't want quite what it was giving it down there.
He's a hustler, and so good to see him racing full time in 2024. His teammate is Josh Bilicki. He'll drive the 92 for Mario Goslin, a really good road racer. That's where he got his start, from the great state of Wisconsin. And there's the 8 of Sammy Smith, started on the front row here a season ago, and coming down the hill behind him, another one of those colorful paint schemes that look so good in this Texas sunshine. There's Sammy Smith.